Good morning. It's Friday, September 5th. And yesterday there was news. And in my mind, the news was good. And the United States has won a landmark victory over the Trump administration. Because a judge ruled that the Trump administration had unlawfully blocked $2 billion from Harvard. So that gives Harvard University a landmark victory in its fight against the Trump administration, siding with the Ivy League school in its effort to restore more than $2 billion in federal funding for research frozen by the White House. The decision came from Judge Allison Barr, who rejected the administration's argument that it was targeting the university due to anti-Semitism on the school's campus. A review of the administrative record makes it difficult to conclude anything other than that defendants used anti-Semitism as a smokescreen for a targeted, ideologically motivated assault on this country's premier university. That's what the judge wrote. And she was appointed by former President Barack Obama. Their actions have jeopardized decades of research and the welfare of all of those who could stand to benefit from that research, as well as reflect a disregard for the rights protected by the Constitution and federal statutes. That's what she continued in her decision. The decision is a major victory for Harvard, the only university targeted by the Trump administration to take on the White House directly in court. The administration has argued it's cracking down on anti-Semitism on the campus. But Harvard has become the epicenter of a broader fight over academic freedom, federal spending, and campus oversight. So while the ruling is a major win for the school, the Trump administration is certainly going to escalate its fight against the elite academic institution, prompting longer-term questions about the school's financial future. Already the White House said it plans to appeal. Of course, Trump is never going to take anything sitting down. This is going to drag on and on, I'm sure. And they blame the judge for being Obama appointed. And the judge was always going to rule in favor of Harvard, regardless of the facts. That's what the White House spokesperson Liz Houston told CNN on Wednesday. To any fair-minded observer, it is clear that Harvard University failed to protect their students from harassment and allowed discrimination to plague their campus for years. That's what they claim. In a statement to the Harvard community on Wednesday, Harvard President Alan Garber said, "The ruling validates our arguments in defense of the university's academic freedom, critical scientific research, and the core of principles of American higher higher education. But he acknowledged that there may be some uncertainty ahead. Because we know that Trump is not going to give this up easily. This thing is going to drag on and get to the Supreme Court. Because Donald Trump does not take losing easily. And the Trump administration is going to continue this ridiculous fight for a long time. And so, if you can't definitely prove your case, why are you making such a ruckus and going to court about it? So I know that Trump will continue to fight, and we will be wasting tons of money on this situation. There have been many research projects impacted by the administration's cuts, including efforts to create a predictive model to help emergency room physicians at the Department of Veteran Affairs to determine whether suicidal veterans should be hospitalized, and research on Lou Gehrig's disease, and the development of a chip to measure NASA's astronauts' radiation exposure on the upcoming excursion to the moon, and support for a government program on emerging biological threats. So when you look at those projects that Yale was involved in, there's no link between those projects and anti-Semitism. And that's what the judge said. So Trump has overplayed his hand in this particular case, I believe. But I know he won't give up. So we'll have to keep an eye on this situation in the upcoming months and possibly years. Maybe it won't go away until Trump is out of the presidential office. A waste of valuable time and money, in my mind. But that's what Donald does. He's a stubborn cuss. And he's done good things, but he has a habit of overreaching, I believe. So I'll leave you with that this morning. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.